Hey guys, I'm Caleb from The Wandering Arrow.
And I'm Lauren from Think Elysian.
And this is our weekly podcast.
So today we are going to be talking about our Hawaii trip. We're going to break this down into segments because we spent a total of 10 days in Hawaii and we did a lot of stuff. So we figured we'd make sure that we kind of like broke it down for everyone that's going to Maui specifically, because that's where we went. And today we're going to be talking about where we stayed, which is Lahaina.
It's one of probably, of all the places that we've been, probably my favorite place.
Yeah, I mean, everywhere we go, we're like, we could totally live here.
But I would legit.
But I think we would actually live in Hawaii if we could.
Yeah, I've looked into applying for jobs there. FYI.
But yeah, it's kind of great. It's that like low-key vibe, like chill place. Everyone's very friendly, and especially where we went in Lahaina, which is West Maui, it was kind of like a small town feel, but it still had a lot of like restaurants and shops and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I mean, there was one chain that I remember seeing. There was like some McDonald's by the airport and stuff like that, but in Lahaina we ate like a Taco Bell super quick one day because we were running late.
Oh yeah, we did eat Taco Bell one day.
Yeah, that was it though.
Yeah, I mean, and their menu is totally like, it's weird, like it's different. It has like random stuff. Oh my god. Cowboy just farted really bad.
You nasty.
But yeah, their Taco Bell had like the Spam and rice on their menu, which is totally weird for us.
Yeah, I don't think I got a whiff of that.
I don't think I've ever had Spam in my life, but yeah, we didn't get that. But yeah, there's like shops and restaurants. Their main, I guess, street in Lahaina is called Front Street, and it had pretty much all the restaurants that we ate at. And there was even like coffee shops and juice bars and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So there's always something to eat or do on that street.
Yeah. Well, the greatest thing was it was all kind of like, that was all like beachfront, and there were like some residential places up on a hill behind it. We stayed down on the beachfront through a Airbnb that we found. So like it was what, 4 to 5 blocks to walk to that front street. And I mean, there was of course little shops and stuff in between, but that front street was like all of your main restaurants and shopping and coffee bars, juice bars, you know, regular bars, like all that stuff. So I mean, where we stayed, we didn't have to drive and find parking or anything. We just walked there, and it was awesome. I love doing stuff like that.
Yeah, we had access to pretty much everything we needed right there without having to use the car. With that being said, I would still definitely rent a car when you're there.
Oh yeah, because you have to drive all over.
Yeah, you're going to need to drive all over the island. But being like right there, kind of by town, but not it being like a downtown, was really nice.
Yeah, I think that was the greatest thing, was there wasn't really a downtown in Maui at all. You'd have to go to the big island and stuff for that, but there was no downtown feel to it whatsoever. But it was just small with just a bunch of, you know, people working hard there. I mean, you had some of your hotels like further away.
Yeah.
But where we stayed was perfect for what we wanted, because there's plenty of stuff to do without feeling like you were staying in the sticks, but you didn't feel like you were staying in like New York City where there's bright lights everywhere.
Yeah, and there was like still some touristy stuff there in like Lahaina, like some like shops where you get like souvenirs and stuff like that. So if you like to do that kind of thing, that's there too. And there was also, I guess, wouldn't say like it's a boardwalk, but it was kind of like where like the like boats and stuff came in.
Yeah.
And so there was a lot of tours that were going out, like sunset cruises and like dolphin and whale watching if it's the season.
Yeah, it's just their marina, because that was where we loaded to go on the snorkeling, which will be in a different podcast.
Yeah. But yeah, so there's tons of stuff to do. So Lahaina was a great place to stay for us, I think.
Also too, like if we like to take some adventures on our own, but there are some things like snorkeling, like, I mean, you can't really just rent snorkel gear and try to swim way far out to find stuff. So like going on snorkeling adventures and stuff like that, you know, is cool. On that front street, they had just little kiosks everywhere too, where you could sign up to do all those adventures. Like
Yeah.
there was one that we wanted to do, but we just couldn't find a day to do it. That it was like 4-wheeling, and and then it was like a giant mud/water park. Like they had this like 100-foot water slide to go down and stuff, and you got to go in like the side. You could either pick a side-by-side or a 4-wheeler, and just they'd take you through trails riding, and then they'd take you to this giant mud field where you could just drive and get all muddy and have fun.
Yeah.
We just didn't have enough time to do it because we didn't find it till later. But if you want to find something like that, like all that stuff is right there on Front Street.
And even on Front Street, they have a banyan tree park, which is like this huge tree that's like branches everywhere. It's really beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, branches going as low down on the ground and stuff like that.
They're literally everywhere. The tree is huge. I don't know if there's multiple trees or if that was one tree. No, I think there was multiple trees.
I think there was too, but it was maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah, but it's amazing. It's beautiful to see. It would be great to like go and like sit there and like read a book, and it's not like super bustling or anything, so it's really nice and relaxing.
No, yeah, it was a great place, and there's tons of shaved ice places all over, which that's one thing that I truly miss, because they take a snow cone and put it on top of like the best coconut ice cream you've ever had in your life. I'd never even had coconut ice cream before, and I've tried like so many times to get coconut ice cream back, and it's just never the same.
Oh yeah, I've never had coconut ice cream before we went to Hawaii, and literally we've been like on a search to find good coconut ice cream ever since. Yeah, we cannot find any that compares.
It is nowhere.
But yeah, the shaved ice, they'd put it in this like
flower cup,
yeah, I guess. And they put the ice cream, and then they put the shaved ice on top. I feel weird calling it shaved ice because I've always called it a snow cone.
But they call it shaved ice.
Yeah.
So we have to stay true to the people.
But they put the shaved ice on top, and you got your flavor just like you would a regular snow cone, shaved ice. And we got lilikoi, which is like a sweet, I don't even know how to describe.
It's just like a sweet thing that like
sweet syrup kind of thing.
It's from the lilikoi flower.
Yeah. So we would get like lilikoi, and then as you're eating it, it kind of all like melds together and just this greatness. It's so good. Yeah,
it just makes like a creamy snow cone.
Yeah.
Type thing. Like it was really good. We really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
for sure.
And not to mention too, or also to mention, I guess is the more correct way to say it, was it was so easy to get pamphlets from like where we were staying and stuff like that of just like awesome deals at all the restaurants to eat. And like I think when we got the snow cones one time, it was like buy one get one free.
Yeah.
We went to a restaurant place that her uncle had found some coupons for.
He was like couponing like the entire trip. He's like, where are you going? I have a coupon for that.
Yeah, but we went and ate breakfast, and we had more food than we could like deal with and to take home and stuff like that. And I think we spent like $7 for the 2 of us. Like crazy. Right? Everyone always talks about how expensive Hawaii is and stuff like that, and it's because they go and they stay at hotels where you have to pay for every meal, and the prices are, you know, more expensive and stuff like that. But man, when you stay right there in Lahaina on Front Street, like, if you don't find a deal, it's because you literally tried not to find a deal.
Yeah, there was coupons everywhere and deals and everything like that. And for us, we're not like stay in a resort type people. We like Airbnbs. So we rented an Airbnb, and it was a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo. So we shared it with my brother and his wife. And it ended up being like $50 per couple per night. Yeah. That's why we stayed in Hawaii so long.
Yeah, it was like $900 for 9 nights. Like we paid $100 a night. Like,
which is insane.
Yeah, you couldn't get $100 for a half a day in a hotel there.
Yeah.
You know?
No way. But it was really nice granite countertops, like everything we needed, like the shower was like
showers.
Yeah, like stone, washer, dryer, everything. So definitely look around like Airbnb, VVRO, HomeAway, things like that. I think they might be running into some issues with that in Hawaii, Airbnb and all that.
I know they had talked about it.
So just keep that in mind if you are looking for that kind of thing. just know like the regulations and everything like that. So I guess going back to Lahaina and eating places, our favorite place to eat there, we went like 4 times at least.
We went twice in a day.
It was called Breakwall, and they had shaved ice, but they also had specialty hot dogs, which were amazing.
Yeah, the guy actually went to culinary school and was a steak chef at the West End there, you know, which is like a really, really high-end hotel. And he moved to Hawaii because, well, he said he went to culinary school because he wanted to be able to move anywhere in the world because he loved to surf. So naturally he chose Hawaii. He worked at the West End, just got tired of like all the hours that he had to work, never really had the time to surf like he thought he would or anything. He moved to this beautiful tropical paradise and spent his entire time working in a restaurant kitchen. So he just decided to stop and open up his own hot dog stand, which they were kind of like gourmet, open-faced hot dogs that were just...
They were like huge too. They were like this big.
Yeah.
They were amazing. But they were like different. My favorite one was...
Sriracha mayo.
Yeah, it was like... No, it was...
Oh, sriracha cream cheese.
Yeah, it was cream cheese, sriracha mayo, and Maui onions, which are...
Maui sweet onions.
Yeah, which are different than regular onions. They're like sweet, because I'm not an onion person, but I was like...
Yeah.
That's the stuff.
Yeah, it just gave it that little sweet crunch.
But it was amazing. I would never think to put cream cheese on a hot dog. That sounds disgusting, but you have to try it. It's really good.
Yeah, we've even tried to recreate them at home.
Yeah.
And as much as we're not chefs, it was still amazing.
Yeah, it's
like
still
just
good.
That combo was really good. But he served them on, was it a pretzel bun that was open faced?
I don't know. It almost was like a lobster-esque kind of roll slash hot dog. It was more on the hot dog side, but it was open-faced.
It's not your classic 8 hot dog buns that you get in a package at the grocery store. Like everything was phenomenal. The prices were good too. They were like $4 or $5 for one.
Yeah, and for like, you know, that big.
Yeah, I mean, I think we could go there and both get chips and a drink for like $15 for the two of us. So we just happened to be walking by and we saw it and we were hungry on the way to a beach down there, so we stopped and ate there, and it was so good. We brought like everyone that wanted to come back for dinner that night.
We kept bringing everyone there.
Yeah, the guy was like, y'all back again already? Like, but it was cool because I don't know, I think we both really respected his like business model. Like, if the waves were good, I think it even had it on the wall painted. It said when the waves are high, the shop is closed. Like something along those lines. Like, please don't quote me on it, but anyways, like it was super cool just the way he like lived his life, and he made amazing hot dogs.
Yeah,
so.
And it was pretty cool because we got to talking about to him about himself, and he had actually lived near us in Houston.
Yeah.
Like I think he lived in like
West
Village or something, West University.
Jersey Village.
I think. Something like that. Somewhere in Houston, like 20 minutes from where we live.
Yeah.
And he was like,
he lived there for like,
Hawaii, you know?
like 4 or 5 years or something like that. He said when he was a little kid.
Yeah, he said the restaurant Whataburger.
Yeah, that was the only thing he remembered was the restaurant Whataburger and how good it was.
Oh, that's so
Nothing
funny.
like a fast food hamburger. Thank you, Whataburger.
Restaurant. So yeah, there's tons of tours, things to eat, shaved ice.
There's even a movie theater right there.
Yeah, there was like, it was called like the Wharf Cinema.
Yeah.
Live band that, you know, would go and play there, and they had the movies and stuff like that. So there's everything literally that you can do in Lahaina.
Yeah. And every place had macadamia nut pancakes that you have to have.
Oh yeah, they were so good.
Coconut syrup.
Oh gosh.
Don't ruin it with maple.
What are we doing with our lives? Why are we not there?
Can we go back? Can we go back?
Yeah. So our favorite beach to go to that was in Lahaina was, I don't even know how to say it, Kanapali. Kanapali.
We probably offended some people with that. Don't judge us. We'll spell it.
Yeah.
We'll write it out.
But yeah, it's one of the best beaches
It was
in
so
Maui.
awesome.
It's beautiful. And it was only a, like, not even 10-minute drive from where we were staying in Lahaina. It's just like, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, we just looked up. Actually, we had like a, if anyone, some people may not remember this, but like Astroworld had the old maps of like where you'd walk around, and it was like
Astroworld.
It was like a cartoon map almost.
Yeah.
We had one that was like a cartoon map of Maui, which was kind of like, okay, that's kind of weird, but we saw that beach. It was listed on there, and we were like, well, let's go check it out. You know, it's probably a pretty big beach, and we were worried that it might be like overcrowded because it was one of the only beaches listed around on there.
Yeah.
And we went there, and there was like nobody there.
It was amazing.
You know, they had a bunch of parking. You know, plenty of places to park, and it was in the shade. Then it had like this long walk down. I think even in the parking lot they had a nice little place to like rinse all your feet off and stuff like that.
It was very nice. It was great. There's tons of other beaches around there. We went to actually I found a random beach that we all went to, and it ended up being like a dog beach, which was like,
oh yeah,
heaven.
I completely forgot about that.
I was like, dogs, I love you.
Yeah.
And it made me miss this guy right here. But yeah, there's tons of beaches around. I mean, they're all beautiful.
Yeah, I mean the whole place is a beach, but this is like a set beach. It was pretty cool though because it was set like it was almost like its own little. I don't want to say cove because it wasn't deep inside, but there was like lava rock on when you walked into the left. There was this big lava rock that was cool. Her brother and I went and like climbed up that, and it had awesome views, and waves were crashing against it. And then to the right was just this big, just kind of like rock wall. So you were kind of like in your own little world right there.
Yeah.
There's just a few people that were up and scattered throughout.
Yeah, there were some like locals that were like some little kids that were surfing and stuff.
Oh yeah, they had their surf
like,
instructor.
God, these kids are so much cooler than me.
Yeah.
They were like all tan, had their like blonde hair that was like bleached by the sun.
Yeah, there was a ton of beach room though. So like if you didn't want to, you didn't have to be right up there on the water. Like you could keep your stuff back and keep it, kind of safe or whatever.
Yeah.
And then there's just endless beach to go on to run around and play, throw a frisbee, football, whatever you wanted. But kind of cool.
Was great.
Yeah, it was crazy though because we went back like the day before we left, and we wanted to take everybody back to that beach because it was so good. And a huge like storm was blowing through or blowing around us, so it, the tide was up really high. So we went down there with everybody with all of our beach stuff, and I mean there was like
no beach left.
No beach left. There was like, I mean, just giant waves just crashing against the beach. There was very, very little spots left, like in the highest, spot back.
Yeah.
And everyone was just kind of standing there looking like, holy
like,
cow.
Whoa. It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was good though.
It was cool to see though because it had some big waves. And like, I mean, you could barely even see those lava rocks, and what little was left, waves were just smashing into them. So that was kind of cool to go back and see. Yeah,
so definitely I would check out Lahaina if you were going to Maui. I think it was the perfect place to stay. It had everything. It was close to everything, but still had that like small town charm. You still got to talk to a lot of locals, and had plenty of places to eat and shop and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll try to link the Airbnb that we stayed at below. I'm not sure if I can find it anymore, but I'll look for it.
Alright guys, well be sure to stay tuned for that because, I mean, like we told you earlier, we spent 9 nights, 10 days there, so there's definitely going to be multiple episodes. We'll get way more in depth about some of our favorite things that we did that include jumping off waterfalls, snorkeling, seeing sea turtles and all that stuff, and just kind of hanging out with some locals, surfing, paddleboarding, which I don't ever want to do again. Just horrible at it.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for next week, and we'll be sure to elaborate some more on this, guys.
Bye.
Yeah, you did it!
I was trying to do.
Oh, he wanted to wait till the camera was rolling.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on. Come on. I'm not gonna pick you up. Oh my god.
Come here.
No, you're not laying here, buddy. Cowboy. Story of my life right here.
Yeah. Come on.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Ew, you cannot show your butthole to TV.
Oh my gosh.